Hey everyone, this is Jocelyn, Maddie, and Indigo, and today we're going to be talking about our lesson, which goes into self awareness and our emotions. So, the grade that we're going to be focusing on in our lesson is in kindergarten. So, we're going to begin this lesson by reading the book Anger Ogre Visits by Andre Salome, and then we're going to be moving on to an emotions worksheet and finishing off with Go Noodle, which is our technology piece of this lesson. We're going to be going into these in more detail, but for now, we're just going to go through the whole lesson. So, our big idea that we're going to be focusing on is learning about ourselves and others helps us to develop a positive attitude and caring behaviors, which helps us build healthy relationships. So, how we are going to assess this lesson is going to include both formative and summative assessments. So, formative is going to look a lot like just taking notes and observing student participation and engagement throughout the lesson. And then the summative piece of the lesson is going to be the worksheets, which again we'll look more into. All right, so looking at our Indigenous connections, we looked a lot at the circle of courage. So for belonging, a sense of community, loving others, and being, and mastery, so competence in many areas, cognitive, physical, social, and spiritual, and just having self-control and responsibility. So overall, we're just looking into how we can be more self-aware to give to our community and benefit our relationships with others. Okay, and so then the UDL and DI aspects of this lesson. So auditory learners are really going to benefit from this lesson as we're going to be using Go Noodle, which uses a lot of sounds and music. Visual learners will have the opportunity to engage with the images in the story, video, and the worksheet. And then kinesthetic learners have the opportunity to move their bodies and engage in the learning through the use of Go Noodle as well. Students who also benefit from collaboration and working with others are really going to benefit from this lesson as well, as we're going to be having time to collaborate in desk groups, etc., and throughout the lesson. Okay, and so now Indigo is going to talk about the book.
So we chose to use a book to help engage our students in the learning, and we chose this book specifically because it talks about how you can cope with your emotions, how to recognize your emotions, specifically anger. But I think a lot of the stuff discussed in this book can also be translated to other emotions. So this book, When the Anger Ogre Visits, it gives students practical tips to cope with their emotions, such as breathing, relaxing their parts of their body, talking about, as you can see from this page, staying calm, acting kind, and understanding what emotions they're having and why they're having those emotions, as well as noticing how your emotions change. So this book's a great introduction to our lesson to get students thinking about their emotions and what those emotions mean and how they can cope with them.
Awesome. And Indigo, do you want to also talk about the hook of reading this book and the popsicle sticks? So how they
Oh, right. So another part of our lesson, at the beginning of this lesson, we're going to hand out colored popsicle sticks for our students to bring to the carpet when we read our story. And we're going to ask our students that every time that they make a connection to the story, they hold up that popsicle stick. This is going to give the teacher an idea of how the students are engaging with the story and with the lesson, as well as keep the students engaged while we're reading the book. They don't zone out or anything like that. And then after we've read the book, we're going to jump into our worksheet, get our kids back to our desks, and engaging in a different type of learning. So as you can see, the top of our worksheet has 4 different scenarios. And then the bottom of the worksheet has 4 matching emotions. And we decided not to add a lot of words because we are in kindergarten, but as you can see, our emotions are labeled. So if students are beginning to learn, kind of depends on what time of year you use this. And so students can cut out the top emotion or top scenes and cut and paste those to match the emotions at the bottom. And then after that, the class can have a discussion about what these emotions mean and why they chose to match them with those scenarios.
And for the closure of our lesson, we're going to be using Go Noodle. And for those of you that don't know, Go Noodle, is a website that provides mindfulness and movement videos for children, and they're created by child development experts. And there's a huge range of topics. There's a lot of mindfulness and like guided dancing on there as well. It's a super great resource. It's free. So we chose to do the video called Mood Walk, and it goes through expressing your emotions and how each emotion is shown. It's just a fun, engaging way how students, especially in kindergarten, can learn those emotions. Joss, can you give it a play, please?
Everyone feels emotion, and since we all feel them, it's good to get to know them and name them so then we can handle them. That's why we're gonna take a mood walk. Yes. Word? We're gonna walk? No. We're gonna mood walk. Mood, not moonwalk. Oh. But I mean, you don't have to feel the emotions. You just have to name them and then move with them. Right. And if at any time these emotions feel like there's too much, just take a pause and join back when you feel ready. All right, come on. Let's walk in place together. Just casual, like you're chilling, a regular walk. Now, I'm going to name an emotion, and you walk like that emotion. Got it. Let's do it. Walk like you're impatient. Jittery steps. Walk side to side. Then back. Crunched up face. Tight jaw. Wring your hands. Look at your watch. You are impatient. Go back to neutral. Now, walk like you're happy. Springy steps to up on toes. Smile on your face. Arms open to sides. You are happy. Now go back to neutral.
So as you can see, it's really engaging activity. For kindergarten, I probably would do a little bit of explaining on my own of what they're expected to be doing and how they should be conducting themselves. Next, we're going to play a demo video. I actually had the opportunity to do this with three of the children I nanny. So their ages range from 8 years old to 4 years old. And the 4-year-old was following along just fine. And I did explain it to her, but I basically just said, like, follow the guys on the screen. And she did really well. And the 8-year-olds remained really engaged the whole time. And the 4-year-old asks me to do it all the time. Joss, can you play it so we can check this out?
Feet step with energy. March on springy.
So yeah, as you can see, it's pretty fun. They have a lot of fun with it. And it's also a great activity because you don't need a lot of room. You can do it stationary at your desks, or if you want to bring it outside or into the gym. But you can do it in a little or big space, whatever you want to do with it. So that concludes our presentation today. Thank you.